What's good? How you guys doing out there? Ramon Carter with Gut Check, and today I want to talk about bigger vision, or more specifically, is your vision bigger than your current circumstance? That's right. Is your vision bigger than your current circumstance? You know, everything that's inside of us that's calling us to greatness, that's calling us to a higher height, that's calling us to deeper depth, is because we have the ability to do it. You guys have heard me say this many times before. The fact that you have the desire to do a thing means that you have the power and capability to do it. Now, it may just take some development, but it's inside of you. I don't have the desire to be an Olympic gymnast, and therefore I never put any effort towards that. And so the very fact that you have the desire to do a thing, the taste to do a thing, means that you have the power to do it within you. It means that the desire that's in you is actually creation seeking expression into the earth through you. That's what desire is. Desire is creation or manifestation seeking expression through you, the human vessel. And so if you're not dreaming bigger than your current circumstance, you're never going to rise higher than your current circumstance. You know, we talk about self-image here a lot, and Dr. Maxwell Maltz wrote a brilliant book called Psycho-Cybernetics. It's a book that I study. It's one of the books. It's like the top 3 books that I read. It's like it's like Bible and then Psycho-Cybernetic alternates between my top 3 books. And what he says in that book is that you'll never rise higher than your true self-image of yourself. Like if you see yourself as you are, then you're not going to go any further. But if you see yourself as an in-demand entrepreneur and you believe that you're that in-demand entrepreneur, that you can grow to that, you can develop to that, because you can't be what you're not, but you can become what you're not. Well, it's the same thing with vision. Right? It has to be a big vision. It has to be a huge vision. If it's a vision that you can calculate, it's not from the infinite. If it's a vision that you can write down on paper and figure out how to get it done, then it's not from God. It's not something that is seeking expression through you into the earth, because everything that's seeking expression through you into the earth is something huge. It's something that you can't calculate. It's something that you can't quantify. It's something that you currently can't do in the state that you are. You have to grow to it. You have to develop towards it. You need help. You need divine intervention along the way. And when you start talking about having big vision, when you start talking about having great vision, that's where you want to be. If you can of your own power do it, then it's not from God. It's not from the infinite. It's not from the creator. It's not seeking expression through you. Man, that thing's got to be huge. That thing's got to be something that you write it down and there's no way that you can even see how you can get that done. If that's what you desire to do, you wanted something then. Now you're getting to this gut check thing. Now you're understanding passion and purpose and destiny. Now you're understanding about having the mastermind. Now you're understanding about having the inspiration and the imagination, pulling together the information and then executing that. Now you're in a place where you want to be, because that's what I'm talking about. If you're not interested in doing nothing big, if you're not interested in doing nothing great, if you're not interested in doing something that is mind-blowing, then I'm not the guy for you. That's not who I'm for. I'm not called to the mediocre. I'm called to the extraordinary. I'm not called to the person who doesn't want to be a hero, legend, or a genius. I'm called to the person who wants to do great, great things. I'm called to the person who wants to leave legacy. I'm called to the person who wants to be the first ever, or the best ever, or the world renowned. The person who feels that in their heart, the person who feels that in their chest and in their spirit. I'm not talking to the real estate investor that just wants to have like 5 or 6 houses. I'm talking to the real estate investor that wants to have 35, 45, 55, 7,500 doors. And they exist. Ask Robert Kiyosaki, do they exist, right? He's one of such guys. I'm not talking to the person that just wants to, help one child or, help two children. I'm talking to the person that wants to build the infrastructure that they can have nationwide community centers, right, where they're helping youth get what they need in any way they can get it, right? That's who I'm talking to. The person who dreams for what is seemingly impossible, but we know that all things are possible to them that believe, right? And so we need to have a bigger vision. Every year you should be looking at your vision again, because you have grown, right? A mind expanded cannot contract. And so the vision that you wrote down in January 1st, 2021, you need to expand that vision January 1st, 2022. First, you need to ask yourself, how much progress did you get on the first vision? That's a whole nother video. But we're talking about every year you should be revisiting the vision for your life, because every year you have had some growth. You have had some development. You have had some mind expanding things that happen to you. And so you can absolutely add a zero to your thinking. You know, there's a guy that I follow, man, his name is escaping me right now, but that's his whole mantra, is add a zero to your thinking, right? And what that simply means is, if you're thinking 100, think 1,000. You're thinking 1,000, think 10,000. You're thinking 10,000, think 100,000. It's adding a zero to your thinking. It's adding a level up from what you're thinking. So if you're thinking like, okay, wow, I want to be the best speaker in the country, add a zero to your thinking. Best speaker in the world. You know, and that's just how you would do it. And so we got to add a zero to our vision. We have to add a zero to our dreams and to our goals and our aspirations, so that we can begin to really, really affect change on this earth and be the change that we want to see. You know, this whole thing is about people helping people. Whatever it is you love to do, whatever it is your passion is, it helps somebody out there. Point blank, period. Even if it's just making the tastiest cookie, you take them to a euphoric place when they bite your cookie. When they bite your cookie, all the problems of that day go away. That's helping somebody. So never discount your gifting. Never discount your talent, but always understand that there's going to be work to be done. Listen, I want to thank you guys for your time. I want you to continue to add a zero to your thinking, add a zero to your vision, and have a bigger vision, right? And as always, I'll leave you with these three thoughts. Think abundance, focus on growth, create, never compete. Thanks, and God bless.